What is happening? Ooh, man, have I got a special treat for you today. We are gonna be doing a combination of a shag and a pixie. You know what I mean? We're gonna be cutting some hair off. I'm gonna be taking a mannequin head I did like a long time ago. We colored it, we cut it. Man, we're gonna get all into that good stuff here. And you see I just spit again. I don't know if you saw that, but oh yeah, I am super excited about today's video. Stay tuned, it's coming right up. All right guys, so look at this color. Look at this splashing. We've got blending, we've got pinks and oranges and yellows and blondes and all the good stuff. It's kind of like a goulash of color, you know, and you know how I like a goulash. Anyways, whatever. That's neither here nor there. So what are we going to be doing? Well, I just told you what we're going to be doing, so let's just get right into it. First off, what we want to do is we're going to establish the shortest point on the hair, which is going to be, you know, up here in this front area. So we're going to cut some hair off, right? And we're going to be working and we're going to be doing kind of a shag and a pixie, but again, we're going to be on the shorter side of things. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Without further ado, whatever, start the cutting, Jake, just cut. All right guys, so first things first, we're gonna be taking a mohawk section right through the top, and we're gonna be splitting this in half, like basically taking from the top to crown. Let's take this hair right through here, which is gonna be basically this front section, okay? You can actually see this right forward as well. You can see that just like that. We're gonna hold this kind of like straight up, and let's go ahead and get rid of some of this hair. Cut that off, cut all that color off of there. Boom. All right, now we're gonna be taking, just like this. Now what we wanna do, now with everything that I always like to do, I always like to pull towards me. I don't like to push people away. Embrace. Pull in, okay? So now we're gonna be taking, see this straightforward, we're gonna be taking this section, we're gonna be bringing this right up to this section. So let's go ahead and do that. All right guys, so after you get done doing that, you can now see there's a huge difference, right? You can see how open this is right through this area. This is gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna actually show off this color in a brand new way, which is actually super, super fun. And again, like we're seeing what this was before. You know, I colored it first and then we cut it. I'm gonna go ahead and link those videos. They were already linked before, but go ahead and check those out. The cool thing I really want you guys to see is that a placement of color and when you cut it one way versus another and how it'll really kind of pop. So that's the really, really cool thing about, you know, having fun with block coloring or doing panels and kind of cutting a new shape into it. So with this guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get this dry and then we're gonna really kind of start to play around with some of this length down through here, you know, really kind of playing with a lot of this texture throughout the top as well. So let's go ahead and get this dry. So after I got done drying, I want you guys to really like check this out. So let's just kind of pan in. Let's just check how cool by cutting this angle right through here, you're able to create a curtain fringe. Curtain fringe, again, very in right now. So keep in mind guys, the way you style it, you know, you can really start to do and like push different things. So I really kind of like how this is looking. Of course, this is not, you know, done to me because I wanted to show you guys a little bit more texturizing. This could be done to you, okay? Now, what I really dig about it is, again, if we were to leave this length through here, you can get this very like triangular graduation going from like short to long right through here. Then it goes from short to long back through here. So you've got the longest point up through here, shortest point like here, which is also still really cool. So you're getting a combination of these two different looks, a very shag angle like this, but a very triangular angle in the back. This is what we had done previous. So again, guys, this is what is so cool is that when you're hairdressing, you don't have to have like one shape. You could have like a very open face through here, and then you could have some shortness back through here with these long bits right through here. So I always like to kind of evolve my hairdressing. When I start cutting somebody's hair, somebody will sit in my chair, they're like, how is this look gonna look at the very end? I'm like, I'm kind of going for this direction, but you never know. I might stop right here before I get to this point and we might like it. So that's how I hairdress, that's how I kind of like to do things, and that's how I'm gonna do this today. So I'm gonna start kind of removing some weight, and if I decide to keep a little bit of length through here, I might. If I decide to cut it off, let's just kind of see where this goes. So how I wanna start this off first is that on my shortest point, I'm gonna go through and remove a little bit of weight right through here. Now, one of the things that I really love to use, I love texturizing scissors. They're just so fun for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in right through here and I'm gonna clamp down 1, 2, 3, just like that. Take this second section, 1, 2, 3, okay? And just remove a little bit of weight right through there. Take the other section right underneath that and start to do this same thing. So I'll hold it up at that same little angle, just right through there. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. No, I'm just kidding. 1, 2, 3. You're starting to remove some of that weight and it's really starting to look a lot loose up in that area. See, now what's starting to happen is you're now starting to get that very shag kind of shape to it, which is pretty fun. Now what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna push this all the way forward, just like so. I'm gonna do that same thing. Take this other side right through here, push this forward. See, I'm gonna remove a little bit of this length right through the side. Now I'm actually just kind of going in and I'm just removing a lot of this bulk right through this area because I want these sides to lay extremely smooth right through here. And I'll just kind of go in and I'll start to kind of just almost just kind of chew right through some of that to create almost like some openings right through there. And as you can kind of see how that looks right in that area, because again, I want that to be really broken. I want that brokenness to be consistent as you kind of follow along to this front area as well. Because again, if I was to have this, I mean, you could have this really blunt, but I like that flow and the consistency to happen all the way up. I hope you guys are digging that. If you are, let me know. Let me know what you think. And I love kind of how this side swept is working in that front area, but we could also kind of part that right in that center area as well, just like that. Kind of expose like some of that color as well in there. I mean, which is like, you know, also really cool about removing that weight is that you can kind of come in and get like that frothy volume throughout there, which is really super fun as well. You know, and especially what's super fun about having a color like this is that, again, you can part it any direction. And people will be like, oh my gosh, I just love how that kind of looks. Like, you know, see how something like that works just like that as well. And again, and it works kind of being that pixie with a little bit of that kind of shag shape as well. And again, of course, to make it like a real shag, you would want to have a little bit more length and back. Like, it's like we're doing a combination of like a few different kind of looks. So let's go ahead and trim. Let's go ahead and shape this up a little bit. Make sure we're even. That's probably one of the biggest things. And when I say even, I mean kind of balanced. What I want to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to start to kind of like chew through some of this like bulk. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of go in and I'll open and close on that same section. And what that'll do is that'll take that one section and you'll go from like really thick to a lot thinner as you go down on that one section right through there. And I'll kind of lift up some hair just right through here, lift this up, and then I can do that right back through here. I can just take and I can start up pretty high. And as you can see, I'm starting to actually cut open. I'm literally now starting to cut open holes. And I want to cut open holes, right? Like, that's the whole point of this. You're not gonna pass your state boards with this haircut, okay? Because this haircut is really all about balance. The other thing that I'm really kind of starting to look at is I really want to look at how much color is exposed from one side to the other. Now, when I first colored this, we colored this on a part. Okay, now it was colored because everything was balanced off of like this part over through here, because we actually had blonde hanging over the top. And so it was perfectly balanced like that. And so now that the hair is actually going to be worn a little bit different, and especially if it's going to be worn down like this, I want to make sure that there still is going to be as much color coming through over here on this side. And so I want to make sure that this little blonde area right through the top is a little bit lighter in weight. And so it doesn't cover up all of this poppy color over here on this side. And so now I'm just kind of coming in and I'm actually cutting some space through this area. And so the color will pop through just a little bit more. And as you can even see, it still works really well parted on the original way. Like that. Like, look how fun that looks through there. Super fun. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of go through and remove a little bit of that kind of bobbish shape right through that back area. And that just kind of takes out some of that bulk right in that specific area. Right through there. All right, guys, so after you get done removing some weight, again, I used a chunking scissor. I'm gonna have those links all below, you can check those out. But one of the things that I really want you guys to pay attention to is that, again, what I really dig is, again, we open up this face quite a bit, because again, how this shape was looking before was very triangular graduation, lots of length in front. So we layered this up through here. After we got done drying, we took out that weight, boom, with that texturizer, and we kind of did that, and then we started like really kind of removing some weight right along those side areas, right through there, which is really nice. The other cool thing is that this haircut is not, well, I mean, the haircut's actually finished, but what I really want to do now is I'm going to go through and I'm actually going to throw some product right in here. But like, look how kind of fun, again, what you can really do with this. I mean, if we were to go through and put a round brush through here, we'd actually create like that really nice curtain look, which would be super fun, you know. But the really cool thing is that, again, you can part this any which direction, left, right, center, all over. So I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna use a little bit of a cream. It's actually called Featherweight. It's from Orbay. This stuff is really nice. It's a cream, looks like so, just like that. Because again, I really want to show off, number one, the shine of like the actual color itself. And so I'm not gonna use anything really too stiff. But as you can start to see, as I start to really kind of like push this, you can push this any which direction. Now you can, again, like really start to bring out those colors and that texture in there. I mean, this is super, super fun. And again, even if you didn't have this poppy color in here, this would be a very classic shape, okay? Like somebody could wear this at any age. The thing to keep in mind, guys, is that we made this super lean and modern. If you keep that bulk along the bottom and it's not blown out right, it'll look very aged. This, where you actually have it blown out really smooth and you kind of have like that nice pieciness to it, it actually really has like a really nice kind of like modern look to it, which again can be super fun. You can create volume through here, which is also really, really kind of fun as well. I mean, if you're gonna part this behind her ears, she doesn't really have any ears, so that's gonna be almost impossible to do. Again, that's really where, you know, my mind goes when I start kind of playing with hair, you know, especially if I'm cutting like somebody's shape off right through here. Guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed what I had to show today as I keep playing with this, just to really kind of like have a little bit of fun. I love it. I hope you guys do as well. My name is Jake Thompson Hair. Let me know what you guys think about this. I will see you guys in the next video.